Hello everybody, it's me, TheGeekDaddy. We're back with another video. Our brand new series as promised for Farming Simulator 25, and as you will have seen from the title card and the thumbnail, we are starting a new series. Following on from Island Life, we've made the move over to Kinlaig and the Highland fishing expansion. Before we launch into that, I am just going to go through, because many of you have asked what mods I'm running. I changed my mod loadout for Kinlaig. I've reduced the amount of mods I have installed. Previously it was over 200 mods, and now we're at 128. Only done 126 are enabled. So to give you guys a chance, if you wanted to play along and see what mods I'm using, this is my mod loadout. This is what I've got installed, some of which I will enable as we go through because it's not. So here we are. So the DLC packs first of all. DLC Highland Fishing, the MacDon pack, Mercedes-Benz pack, Nexat, Plains and Prairies, Precision Farming of course, and Straw Harvest. And then all of the Giants mods, as you can see, including the colour options. So there's those there, and then we get to the actual mods that I downloaded from various other places as well. As you can see, I haven't got auto load enabled. The reason for that is that they're installed for a multiplayer game that I sometimes play, but I'm not using them for this playthrough. So if the ones in green are the ones you want to enable for this playthrough if you're going to play along with me. So we've got agricultural subsidy, then we've got barnyard signs, bridge set. We haven't put any bridges down yet, but that's not to say we won't. Then buying slurry, manure and lime. We've got some little sort of buying points on the farm, which I'll show you as we get in. Buying station multi-fruit, we've got that one there. Cellular antenna. We've got some Class Axion packs as well. This one from Paul has recently had an update to include the Mercedes-Benz pack. So the cameras that the Mercedes-Benz pack has, it's got that in there as well. It's quite good. Fenceless pastures is always a good one. Farm pallet shop is good for being able to buy materials and things. The Dusseldorf pack for compacting our silage. We've got some weights for the fence there, that they sort of go together. Another sort of leveler. We've got Fast Track 3000 from Ross N Mods. He's great with his JCB mods. Just to give us another option of JCBs. We've got hand liftable consumables, another subsidy, tension belt support, water tank, another JCB. Lamborghini Mac 230 VR, we've got various tanks as well. The Mow Anywhere pack is always a good one. Open Air Garden. The only reason we have the Open Air Garden pack at the moment is for the distributor, which you've seen in various videos and things as well. That distributes various bits across the farm. Quite a useful tool to have. The Mini Caravan Park is a good little income bringer. Put it down on the farm and roleplay, having some visitors there. And then of course Lizard TARDIS, various other mods, parking spaces, etc. Watermelon, pumpkins and melons, greenhouse, various other little bits as well. If we need more mods, we'll add them as we go, but that's the loadout for now, and we'll jump straight in to Kinlaig. We have played a fair few hours. I've played 10 hours on this one. We're going to play this off camera as well as doing it for the series. I didn't want to start over and start from scratch. The reason being is we did that on the Island Life. We're going to go in and the premise on this video is that having done our Island Life, we entered a lottery, and having won the lottery, we have bought a farm. The amount that we've won is it's a substantial amount, obviously, because we've won a lottery, and having done so, we bought a farm which is doing alright, but we've decided to take over the farm and see how well we can run it. We've decided to give up city living and island living and all the things that we've done before. And the premise of this is that our character, us, me, we're going to run a farm in Scotland and just enjoy the quiet Highland life that brings. A bit of fishing as well, and just start contributing to this Highland society. So welcome to the farm. We are in Scotland. Our dog is called Vanilla. She's around here somewhere. We are on the farm. We have moved to Scotland having won the lottery. As you can see, we have £1.8 million. That's partly due to me having some subsidies down. But the premise is that we have won the lottery. We've got a sizable chunk of money, and we have taken over this farm from Walter, who is over here somewhere. Walter is obviously quite elderly now, and he has decided to sell us this farm, which we bought with our lottery winnings. And so, having done so, we've worked our first month. That was just for me to set up the farm. We have various things happening. So over here, we have our goats. This was done using the fenceless pastures and then putting a wall around the outside, or putting the wall down first and then putting the pasture in. These are our goats. They're going to provide us with some goat milk, which they have already done, so we'll collect that. We do have liftable bales and pallets installed, of course. So we are in September. I'm running 3 days per month on that. We've got some bees over here as well. So, first things first, we were going down to the shop. We'll jump in this. This is the Fent 800 Gen 5. This is a mod from Paul. Paul.modding, I think he's called on social media. He likes his fence. We have put colour options on, so we've colorized it ourselves. We've put our own sort of stamp on it. We'll jump in, and this is very cool. If we start the engine, the roof monitor comes on, and as you can see, I can't really zoom in, we have got cameras front and rear, and that's because of the Mercedes pack. So Paul has updated these mods to include cameras. It's a very cool tractor. So yeah, so we're not running our New Holland anymore. We've had some negative comments from members of the community about the fact that I was using New Holland T7 so often. People were saying that New Hollands aren't any good. The only reason that I used the T7 was because of Clarkson's Farm and Caleb Cooper. And so we've been the T7 off. We have got the T whatever it is that comes with the Highland fishing expansion, the New Holland, that's on the farm. But we're not going to restrict ourselves to just New Holland. We're going to try all sorts of different tractors on this. So yes, so we arrived in Scotland in August at the start of where the game puts you. It puts you in August to start with, and we arrived having won the lottery. So that is why we currently have 1.8 million. That's remaining from our lottery win, and we bought the farm. And we're going to see how well we can go in running the farm. Our truck and trailer is just there. We're going to collect this. We can actually do this with the camera. We don't need to look behind. So if we look there, we've got our camera, our rear view camera. We've got a front view. I believe that's the front view there. Yeah, so I don't know where the camera is mounted, but I would imagine it's somewhere here, because it's pointing and showing this hitch here. And then the other camera is up here somewhere. I'd imagine that it's that. The camera's there, or it's somewhere around here. Anyway, we'll jump back in. So, it's a little bit twitchy. There we go. I'm not lined up very well at all here. That's appalling. I'm making a hash of it, which is not unusual. That looks better. So we are using the camera to reverse back and pick up our modded plough subsoiler thing. We're going to fold it. So we did a mod. I just find it is one of the easiest things. I can't plough very well at all. I mean, I could buy a plough and I could get the AI to do it, but we're going to do it with this piece of equipment. And we've got a couple of fields that we need to sort out before we put our winter crops down. Of course, we are in September, so we need to harvest a fair number of crops. We also need to prepare our winter crops, our things like barley and wheat, canola, etc. So that is what we're going to do today. We also need to check our fish. Off camera I did get the fishing set up, the fish aquaculture. So we did have that, we've got that going. We've got our Highland cattle here, they're quite young. We're just rearing them obviously for beef. They're quite young at the moment. I need to find out how to get into this field. I've absolutely no idea where the entrance to this field is. I think it's down here somewhere. It'll be there. And this is one of our fields. So we did mulch it, but we ran out of time to actually plough it. Let's activate our AI worker. They are going to, it's quite a young AI worker anyway, she's obviously experienced, otherwise you wouldn't have hired her. They're going to plough this field for me. I'm going to jump across to the boat. No, I'm not. Let's jump over to here. Let's see if we've got any more fish. We do have some more fish. I'm going to let that run for a bit. And we've got 2 ponds for trout. We've got young trout going in here. We'll do a quick farm tour. So we've got 2 ponds for our young trout. For some reason, they're still not showing up in this. They're here. They are in there. But they aren't visible on camera in game like they are in these tanks. Here we go and open this door. So as you can see, there's some young fish swimming around in there. So they show up in the tanks, but for some reason Giants haven't put anything in to show them in these ponds. And you can fish in these ponds. We'll just have a go at that. If I remember how to do it. I missed the water. So we'll try again. There we go, right on the edge. So we'll try and fish something. We'll see how we get on. We'll fish. We'll fish something out. Anyway. So we just have to wait. And then we have to tap the B button I'm still not sure about this system for fishing. I would rather do it with the sticks. I think Mr.Surtees was one of the other farming sim people who mentioned how he didn't like this system. There we go. Well done, you caught a trout. Do you want to release the fish to the water or sell it for 100? We'll release it. Fish hotspots found, apparently. There we are. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So over here, of course, I'm not sure why there's a pile of wheat there. We'll have to pick that up. So over here we have our lime buy point and our manure buy point. That's part of the mod that I showed earlier. This is our little caravan park area, holiday caravans, so people can come and camp out and get a farm experience whilst on holiday in the Highlands. So that's just another mod we've added, and we've got some solar panels over there. We've got a greenhouse, of course, with various fruit and veg running in there. Nothing yet come out the other side. So that's running nicely, and we've got some chickens up here. They're running fairly free, to a degree anyway. They're running around here, around this junk. They're quite happy. They're quite happy. We come along here, we've already got a fair bit of crops that we harvested. So we've got some barley here, and we've got our wheat in here as well with our JCB telehandler. We come along here, we've got our aptly named JCB shed with all our JCBs in it. We went a little bit mad and we just went and bought a load of JCBs. We've got our Lamborghini edition Deutschfahr, Lamborghini edition. In its white. It only comes in one colour, and what you can do is change the colour of the wheels. So I've gone in a sort of white and green obnoxious Lamborghini style sport tractor. Jeremy Clarkson would be proud. Then of course there's our New Holland and a Massey. We're going for all the brands, why not? Let's have a look. Water's over here. We've got a Skoda, whatever it is, in there. Octavia, whatever. We've got some honey. We'll go over here this way. We've got some water collect. We've got some little black sheep in there. They're quite happy. We've got our field up here. We haven't done anything with other than grow grass. It's good for silage, so we'll leave that as it is. And then we've got some various wagons. We've got a bale storage here that comes down into this field, which we also need to plough. We might need to buy another plough of some description. That's through. That's doing that. We'll only need to remove the... we'll jump in the Lamborghini. 230. It has 230 horsepower if I remember rightly. Let's go into our vehicles tab, and it will show us the Deutschfahr 230 horsepower. I'm just making a note of the 230 horsepower. The reason being is obviously I want to buy another plough. We'll go with a traditional plough. 210, 300, 370. These are quite extensive in the amount of power they need. We'll go for this one. What's that one like? It needs 300. We'll buy this one, the Pottinger, the Servo T6000P. We'll do traditional ploughing with this one rather than using the mod. I have no idea when it comes to equipment. And we'll go down to the shop and grab that. we'll drive down here to the shop. I've already started to get a feel for this map. I'm not having to sort of look on the map and work out where I need to get to. Quite straightforward. I can get around it fairly easily now. So, coming to the shop, we'll pick up the plough and we'll get an AI worker working on that second field, and then we'll look at what we need to do as well. What else is required? Hook up to that. Still fairly early in the morning in September, early September. Ooh. I hit something, I don't know why I hit something. We'll drive back up to the farm. This blue house here belongs to David, our neighbour. He's moved here not long ago as well. And his house was done up for Halloween. There was some ghostly goings on there. Yes. So he's got a ghost. He's got a few decorations up and around his house. He owns a couple of the fields around here. We haven't got around to buying his land off him yet. It's tempting. We'll head up this road here, past our holiday makers. There's one guy that just likes to sit on the roof. There he is. And then into our field number 20 here. We'll set the AI to work, and then we will go and find something else to do ourselves. So, activate AI worker, we'll jump out. We'll let them get on with it, and we'll run through the hedges and up here. We'll go and jump in one of these. We'll jump in this one, we'll drive up to the silage field and just see where we're at with that. This way. Here we go. Round here, round to the left and then to the right. So I haven't quite worked out what to plant up here. The temptation is to plant onions when the time is right. But we are in September, so we need to think about what we might want to grow. The grass is regrown, or is regrowing. Yeah, so it's growing. So we'll let that carry on. For now, we've already got a fair bit of silage from this field anyway, in our silage bunker. We'll head back down here, and while we're doing so, let's look quickly at the map. So this is our farm map. This is what we currently own. So we own field 2 and then come down to the main farm area. Field 50 is where our Highland cattle are. Field 23 is currently being ploughed. That's across the road there. And then we've got field 22 and field 20, which is currently being ploughed as well. What is in field 22? Let's have a look. Field 22, there's currently nothing in it. When you buy the farm or when you start the game, you have this field and it is just bare for the start. So we've got that one, that we need to plant something in. We might get that underway. And we've got this field, that's the silage field down there. And then we've got field 36, which has peas which are ready to harvest. So, we need to buy a pea harvester. With our lottery winnings, we will go into our harvesting materials, harvesters. We want vegetables, we want pea harvester. The only thing available to harvest peas is this one. We will, do we want crawler track or do we want standard? We'll go standard. It's £571,000. We will buy it outright because we have lottery winnings that we can use. Like so. And then I think, I don't know what the speed's like on it, so we will get a low loader. We'll hire a low loader for the minute and put it on the back of there. What one shall we get? This one? Let's get that one. Spare wheel, yes. Main colour, we'll just leave it as standard. We'll lease it. And then we do have a truck in the shop. We have a bit of equipment in the shop here. That's not what I wanted to jump on. We'll jump in our little Volvo Globetrotter. I like this truck. It has some character to it. That's the reason I like it. Of course we could have a Mercedes, but we've got our Volvo. We'll just drive around here and position this ready for loading our pea harvester. And unfold. What does that one do? Oh, it extends. Ah, that's very cool. Right, we'll jump out. So it's an extendable trailer. I think it's probably long enough. Let's grab our harvester. Try not to hit the lorry, the trailer. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it on there. I'm suddenly aware that that may not be big enough. We may have to reverse on. AI worker has completed their task. We'll go and grab the tractor off there in a little while. I have made a mistake with this. There we go, that's better. Oh, we've gone off the side. This is going well, isn't it? Right. Come on. It's not straight. It doesn't want to go on. Is it too wide? Is that the problem? I think this harvester may be a little bit on the wide side. That's looking alright. There we are, we've sorted it. Turn that off. Jump back into the truck and secure the load, like so. Fasten the tension belt back in, fold it, and I think we're good to go. into the cab and drive from there. Up to the farm, or at least up to the field with the peas in it. We will hire another worker to harvest the peas for us as we look for the next task. Or we could harvest the peas ourselves, actually. Just very quickly, while we're here, let's have a look. Field 2, I believe that needs harvesting. No, not yet. Okay, so we just need to harvest our peas. Everything else is being prepared. We could have a look at field 24 or field 21. Let's have a look at field 21. Sorghum, Ben, he owns this land, apparently. He's not looked after it very well. I might have to do Ben a favour and buy this land off him. Where are we? Field 21. It makes sense to me to buy these fields and have this land here. And then let David just have these 2 fields. I don't know. We'll see how we get on. In fact, actually, I am going to buy that